Hello there, viewers. I'm the Knight of Arcane, and today we go back to an interesting combination I have, and doing a second round of Ninjago characters as Demon Slayers. While fun, there were some challenges in the designs, but had a good time in the end. Also, there's some brief mentions up to the Swordsmith Village arc, so catch up on that season beforehand, even if the mentions are brief. Anyways, let's check out our Ninjago Demon Slayers, shall we? Karloff resided in Russia for most of his life as a blacksmith and warrior, coming from a long line of established and famous forgers, before meeting a merchant from Japan and his daughter. Karloff boasted his technique allowed him to forge the best armor and weapons seen in the lands, using only the best metals available. And yet the merchant told him he'd seen blades of an unknown smithing technique be used to kill demons just by decapitating them. This caused the Russian to scoff, not believing in these tales of demons or this metal he praised, but was intrigued and wanted to make sure himself. When the merchant and his daughter returned to Japan, Karloff joined them, wanting to look into these claims of demons and this technique. He set up a small shop next to the merchant and took some work as a guard as well in the town, while he looked for anyone that knew of this secret technique. Years went on. Karloff was still nowhere closer, but he had started to court the merchant's daughter, and the two were engaged. But soon he found his proof. One night, the merchant was attacked by a demon, killing him and injuring his daughter. Karloff arrived on the scene and tried to fight them off. While his strength held the demon off, his weapons could only slow them down. But that was all he needed to do, as soon two demon slayers arrived. With moves fast like lightning, the lightning-breathing slayer Kaminari and the earth-breathing slayer Lily were able to defeat the demon, though Kaminari's blade was broken during the fight. Grateful to the warrior-like women, Karloff offered to fix her blade, hoping to be able to study it, knowing this was the blade he heard about, but was told he'd be unable to fix it. Wanting to know more, Karloff offered them a chance to rest, while Kaminari's swordsmith came to fix her blade. The Lightning Slayer taking this offer, but Lily declined to head home to see her family before her next mission. When the swordsmith arrived, Karloff asked to know how these blades were made, but was told no. Not one to back down, he requested to be taken to the village, but was still told no, that only swordsmiths of the village and demon slayers could be permitted into the village. So, with some guidance and advice from Kaminari, Karloff trained to become a demon slayer, figuring out how the breathing techniques the slayers used worked, and developed his own metal breathing technique. After final selection, he was able to visit the swordsmith village and learn the technique used to forge the Nichirin swords, and used a mix of his own techniques and this new one to form not only a sword for himself, but dual Nichirin spiked and bladed gauntlets to use against demons. Since then, Karloff has mainly lived in the village with his wife and family, acting as a guard for swordsmiths when they deliver their blades, and as a protector for the village along with another, younger demon slayer. And both were needed when Upper 4 and 5 attacked. For most of his young life, Kai lived with his younger sister Nia, working at his family's blacksmith shop ever since he was a child, and running it since his parents disappeared. He learned all about forging and his family's technique from his father Ray, a demon slayer and swordsmith from the secret swordsmith village that makes the swords that help the demon slayer corpse. This led to him and his sister being attacked by the minions of a high-ranking demon, leading to his sister being kidnapped and Kai being left for dead, though not without him fighting back. This would take the siblings down two separate paths. While Nia would be saved and taught by a Rokodaki, Kai would be found by the Flame Hashira, Kyoijiro Rengoku. First being brought back to his home to start the patching up process, Rengoku was surprised to learn about Kai and his untrained potential with flame breathing. Though his father wanted him out, having beef with his father Rei over something. Rengoku would bring Kai to meet the leader of the Demon Slayer Corps, who was intrigued about the young lad's family history, and asking Rengoku to train him. The Flame Hashira agreed to this, and after fully recovering, Kai was taught how to be a Demon Slayer. He had a great relationship with Rengoku and his fellow pupil Mitsuryu, and even formed a bond with his brother Senjuro. Upon completing final selection, Kai was tasked to go to the Swordsmith Village to become another protector for the village, and if he wanted to learn more about his family's forging techniques. While he wanted to try and find his sister, he knew he could count on Rengoku and Mitsuryu to keep an eye out for him. Plus, he'd be able to still look when he left on other missions and as a guard. At first, he didn't get along with his fellow Demon Slayer and guard Karloff, but after a few fights, the two came to an understanding and mutual respect. Though we'll disagree on which is better, udon or ramen. Karloff even talked sense into the younger Slayer after word of Rengoku's death. Kai wanted revenge for his mentor and older brother figure, but Karloff reasoned his task was important, and he'd only waste his life trying to kill the upper demon at his current level. He begrudgingly agreed and trained harder, and was happy to see Mitsuryu when she came to have her sword fixed, though was a bit cold to one Tanjiro Kamado, after learning he was one of the Slayers with Rengoku when he died. When the upper demons attacked, Kai and Karloff gave it their all to protect their home, family, and friends. And though they got badly injured, they were able to stand their ground to allow Tanjiro and Tokito the chance to slay the upper ranks. Kai was grateful for the younger Demon Slayer, and was given hope after so long, when Tanjiro mentioned to him another student of Urokodaki he met and trained a bit with. Kai now knew his sister was alive. Just a quick reminder, we have a Patreon set up. It's one of the best ways to help support the channel. As a patron, you get access to monthly art polls, early access to content, and monthly art rewards starting with character headshots. So if you can, head over to our Patreon and become a patron today, starting at $3 a month. Every little bit helps. Anyways, let's get back to the Demon Slayers. A troublemaker her entire life, Tox grew up orphaned in the streets of Yoshiwara. While many young girls would find ways to be taken into the many pleasure houses of the entertainment district, Tox wanted none of that, and mostly caused trouble for people, stealing coin and food to survive, setting off firecrackers and other loud noises during sessions between clients and the women of these houses, and her favorite, setting up pranks on the Orions of the pleasure houses, usually changing the colors of their makeup, or putting irritants in them so they get itchy or puff up. This continued until she messed with the wrong Orion, when she mixed the makeup with poisonous plants for the upper-ranked demon hiding in the district. The disguised Daki was livid and wanted the head of the brat that ruined her makeup. Tox, usually not afraid of the threats given by those she messed with, felt something off with her and made plans to leave the city. However, as she tried to leave, Daki tried to kill her, sending multiple strands of her flesh obi to find and tear her apart. But Tox was quick, and knew many of the back alleys to tie them up as she left, luckily with her life. Upon exiting Yoshiwara, she was found collapsed and exhausted by members of the Demon Slayer recovery team, and brought to Butterfly Manor to be treated. There she learned about both demons and the Demon Slayer Corps from the late Flower Hashira Kane Kocho, and figured the disguised Daki had to be a demon herself. Tox then asked the Flower Hashira to train her. Over time, Tox would develop her own breathing style related to flower breathing and insect breathing, poison, after randomly finding a book about the different poisonous flowers there are, and somehow being intrigued by it, before finding she was natural at handling different poisons. This breathing technique allowed her to paralyze both humans and demons, and even kill demons using a mix of different poisons and toxins she gathered herself from different plants, insects, and flowers, with wisteria flowers included in the mix. Yet she never told anyone about her suspicions with Daki, partially because she assumed by now someone had to have taken her out. So she settled in as a sort of big sister for the other assistants of Butterfly Manor, and visited often, meeting many slayers as they stayed for recovery, though showed many why she's not one to be messed with after poisoning the food of a few cocky slayers. When she heard about the fight in Yoshiwara, she was bummed she missed Tengen Yuzui to take part in the mission, especially after learning Daki was still alive. But Tox has her eyes on another upper rank, the one that killed her mentor and big sister figure. Tox was aiming to take Doma's head. Not many demon slayers have the chance to find love and start a family. Lily was able to. The earth-breathing slayer found love with a nice man, and together they had a son, Cole. Even at a young age, Lily saw Cole had the potential and heart like she and her father before her had to become a demon slayer. But no matter what, she wanted him to have the choice to do whatever he wanted, and would slay any demon to make that possible. However, Cole wouldn't get the chance to make this decision. After slaying countless demons, it was sickness and disease that took Lily's life, and Cole's father didn't want him to do anything dangerous and get himself killed. He got his son into a nice school, with the plan to get him to be some form of scholar or diplomat in the Japanese government, to get him into a safe position. But Cole didn't want this, nor did he really care for his classmates and their attitudes towards him. So when he could, he trained with a sword and some heavier weapons, and climbed high mountains and cliffs in the area to be away from it all, even if he had a fear of falling. It was during one climb where he found a strange older man with a long white beard and conical straw hat, drinking tea, yet his aura showing he was more than what he appeared. The man seemed to know his mother and his grandfather, and had personally trained the latter in earth breathing, and knew Cole wanted to actually help people, like his mother did. So he made Cole an offer to train him as a demon slayer. Cole, knowing what his mother did to help people, agreed to learn earth breathing. Training started early in the day, before Cole had to head to his studies, and went on late into the night before repeating, yet he never slacked in either activity. Soon, though, word reached his father about his training with the man, and he came to try and stop Cole from wasting his life, and was going to take him home away from the man. However, the two were attacked by a demon with snake-like blood arts, trying to turn them into mindless snake-like ghouls. But unfortunately for the demon, Cole had a Nietzschean blade, one his master gave him to help with training and for general protection, and using techniques he remembered seeing his mom use, and even one he created based off a dance his father used to do, was able to slay the demon. These moves made his father remember why he fell in love with Lily to begin with, and felt proud Cole was not only continuing his mother's legacy, but also incorporating something from himself also in his moves. The two reconnected that day, and though he feared for his son, he knew Cole could handle himself. Compared to the demon, final selection was a breeze, and Cole became a demon slayer, though he did wonder a bit about the man who trained him, and just who exactly he was. And that was our second round of Ninjago characters as demon slayers. I'm very happy with Kai and Karloff's story. I think a few parts of it could fit in an alternate retelling of the series. And loved coming back to both Demon Slayer and Ninjago with this. But what did you think? Let me know in the comments, along with other Ninjago characters I should put in Demon Slayer as demons or slayers, other series I should turn into demon slayers, and other things I should do with Ninjago. If you haven't already, I highly recommend checking out the first round of Ninjago as demon slayers. And if you want more anime adjacent content, we have our videos where we turn things into stands, or for some variety, we have the amazing Digital Circus as animatronics, which I think is the best set of art I've done all year. And if you liked what you saw, then leave a like, and subscribe to join our growing little Arcane town, to be in the know for future videos, projects, and polls. I'd like to see if we can get to 800 subscribers by my birthday on January 8th if possible. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later.